Hi guys, it's Hyun. It's been a really long time since I've made my last video, but um, yeah, well, I'm finally here to do my Q&A. I guess the reason why I haven't really recorded anything was not out of laziness. Okay, well, there's a little bit of laziness involved, but I think it's really hard for someone to press the record button and to start the video, or at least that's how I felt. And it's also like you have to really like how you look, I suppose. It's a little bit different from streaming for me, in my perspective, because I feel like if I'm gonna record myself, then I have to be at least somewhat satisfied with the way I look, or okay with the idea of being filmed. So, I finally got a new camera. As you could probably tell by the quality, is a lot better than, my webcam. So I was like, well, you know what? I might as well, do the thing. I still have the questions from the Q&A video, so I picked out a couple, and hopefully, let's see how this goes. So someone asked, how old are you? Where are you from? And why did you start streaming? I am currently 27, and I was born in Incheon in Korea, and then I moved to the States when I was 3, and yeah, I've been living in the States ever since, but I have moved around. I lived in Virginia for a big portion of my life, and then in 2017 I moved to California, and then right now I'm living in Texas. And why I started streaming was actually because I think back then I didn't know if there was like recording software. This was back in like 2015, and I wanted a place for me to keep track of my drawing process, and then that's when I made a Twitch, and then I actually started streaming drawing. So because there are like VODs and stuff, so if that was saved, then I could have my drawing process there. Question number 2. Someone asked, what got you into streaming and what motivates you to continue? Well, like I explained, I started streaming because I actually wanted to record my drawing process, but as for what motivates me to continue, I guess I actually really have created a chat that I enjoy interacting with. Like, I get on and sometimes I'm not in the best mood and I start stream, and then, I end up feeling a lot better because, I don't know, the people in my chat or the people I've become familiar with, and they kind of understand my humor, or, say things or do things that will make me laugh. And it's just like the dynamic between my chat and I feel like it has gotten to a point where I really, really enjoy it. Of course, it took a while for it to build up. Someone else asked, since you're not a full-time streamer, I was curious how you make your day-to-day ends meet. Do you plan on taking your career in art further? So, I was not a full-time streamer. I guess I don't know if I would say I stream full-time, but I do stream a bit throughout the month. Because I don't know what people think of full-time, but yes, streaming is a way that I make money, also off like sponsorships or partnerships, but mostly that is from my stream. Back when this was asked, before I started streaming, I actually went to conventions, like anime conventions, and sold stuff online. I tried to do commissions online, but that wasn't really for me. I don't know, something about doing commissions and the, what do you call it? Just maybe making something for someone that you're not completely satisfied with. It's just a little bit difficult for me to do, at least. So I just have stopped doing commissions completely because it's hard to give someone something that you may not be completely satisfied with. So, and I feel like I'm very like my stance on my art, or how I think of my art, I don't think it's that great for me to take commissions, I suppose. But yeah, when I was younger, like out of just out of high school or like going into freshman year of college, I made merch and I sold merch online. Just like anime related. I don't know if you guys know, I was really into sports anime back then. So it was merch of like free characters or Haikyuu, things like that. Okay, someone asks, what got you into drawing? I started watching anime at a very young age, and I also was influenced by a lot of games. I watched Sailor Moon and Pokemon when I was younger, and then, you know, I just ended up drawing on my sketch pad or whatever pieces of paper I had. But yeah, that's what got me into drawing. It's just, you know, I just really enjoyed Sailor Moon and Pokemon. Someone asks, how do you get good at drawing? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best person to ask for this because I personally don't view my art as something that I like, but I think all in all, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to anything, how you get good at something is you just keep doing it and you keep practicing. And that's like a very simple answer, but it is the honest truth. Like, there's no way you could get better at something if you don't work towards it. So you're just gonna have to keep doing it. Well, a lot of artists that I know, I mean, I think the easiest thing is to draw what you like. I know a lot of artists say, or you know, you might see like tutorials online, they'll be like, start with the fundamentals and blah blah blah, right? But to be quite honest, I feel like that might burn out some people. But if you're just looking to do this as a hobby, or you know, you just want to get better at drawing, I feel like drawing what you enjoy drawing will eventually lead up to you, you know, improving. But I mean, I don't know like the difference between the time and yeah, the time that maybe if you put into the fundamentals versus you drawing the things that you like, maybe your progression might like stagger, or it might not be as fast as you want it to be. But trust me, it is also very helpful to keep your old art pieces somewhere or your old files saved, because the one thing I regret is that I threw out a lot of the art, or you know, like deleted a lot of the art that I drew when I was younger, and I wish I had that to look back on to see like how much I've progressed throughout drawing. Okay, so someone asks, what is your favorite Pokemon game? Which one has the best music? My favorite Pokemon game, I always answer this all the time, but I would say my favorite gens are 2, 3, 7, and 8. So that's Gold and Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Sun and Moon, and Sword and Shield. Don't get me wrong, I do love a lot of the series and I do love all Pokemon, but those are the games that I played a ton and I replayed a ton and I probably have the most hours on. I mean, I love Gen 4, I love Gen 5. I think Gen 5 actually has the best music probably out of the whole Pokemon series. But I mean, I like most Pokemon music. I don't think there's been a single gen where I haven't liked the music, but yeah, something about Pokemon music or just Nintendo music in general, they know what they're doing and it sounds really good, and I love listening to game OSTs all the time when I work. Someone asks, what is your favorite type of music? I don't think I have a specific favorite type of music. It generally changes on my mood. If I'm feeling happy, maybe I'll listen to some more like chipper video game OSTs, and then maybe if I'm feeling, if I have to like do something that requires energy, say like today I washed my dishes and I was just listening to K-pop. I like rap, I like hip-hop, I like just like regular pop. I mean, I like generally everything. I like rock. I was really into rock when I was younger. And that's actually the reason why I learned drums when I was younger, but I stopped eventually, like in middle school, high school. I wish I continued with it. I do have a drum set back at home, but I have not played the drums in a very, very long time. I was considering buying an electronic drum set, but I'm not sure. We'll see about that. Someone asked, if you could become an idol in any K-pop group, which one would you be? I thought this was an interesting question, but honestly, I don't think I can really dance, so I feel like dancing groups are out of my way. But I have been enjoying K-pop girl groups. I mean, I always do, but recently, I think my favorite is LE SSERAFIM. I really, really love them, so I feel like, and I really like their music, so if I could pick one, it would probably be them. But yeah, I mean, I like a lot of groups, don't get me wrong. But I've been liking NewJeans and I've been liking LE SSERAFIM a lot. Someone asked, what type of video game would you really, really want to make? So I've thought about this a lot, and I've made ideas or had ideas. I've like jotted down notes while I was going to school for game dev. I really love JRPG games in general, so if anything, I would probably want to make like a short JRPG game. I think the one thing that would probably hinder me the most is music, because mechanics, the art and such, the coding wouldn't be too bad for me to tackle, but the one thing that I'm not well versed in is music and making tunes, so I'd probably have to ask someone to help me with that, or hire someone for that. But I think it would be really fun to make a JRPG-esque type of game. What game have you put the most time into? Have you been playing anything recently? Okay, well, in terms of how long I've played the game throughout my life, I think Pokemon has been the one game that I've stuck with since I was a child. So I definitely do have a lot of game time on Pokemon, but also the one PC game I've played was League of Legends. I mean, I haven't been playing League of Legends recently. I seldom do, but I played for years, so that is probably the game that I've spent most time on. Hi, Haru. These are my... Why did I get so bright? These are my cats, Haru, and Kumo is he's in this little hammock, but you guys can't really see him that well. I adopted him when he was 9 months old. And someone asked, actually, what breed is Kumo and how old is he? Ooh, there's some fur flying around, don't mind that. Kumo, he is currently 4 years old. He's gonna turn 5 this year. Actually, no, he's already 5. He was born on January 6th, so it's already past his birthday. So he's 5 years old right now, and he is a Siberian. And someone also asked, how is Haru? And Haru's been very well. Someone asked, what did you major in for university? So when I first went to university, I went in with the intention to graduate with a degree in psychology, but I think 2 years in, I thought to myself, well, this is not something I really want to do, or I can't see myself doing in the future, and so I took a break. It was very, very difficult. Trust me, my parents were not very happy about this. And I took a break and I sat there and tried to figure out, like, what do I actually want to pursue, or what do I want to do in the future? And I was putting 2 and 2 together. Like, I like playing games and I like drawing, so what can I do with that? And I saw that I could go into game dev, so I went to game dev and I graduated with a degree in game dev. I graduated back in oh god, I don't even remember my graduation date. It was before COVID. I think or was it after? Yeah, it was before COVID struck. It was actually like 2018, like the winter of 2018, or maybe it was the spring. I don't remember. I just remember that COVID affected the graduation process, or like the graduation ceremony. That's what I'm thinking of. And the last question is, someone asked, will you ever do a makeup video? Your makeup is so cute. My makeup has changed quite a bit since I've made my video, but I mean, I do like my makeup now, but I don't know if I'm capable of filming makeup video. I could try if that's something you guys would like to see. Yeah, that is the end of the Q&A, or the questions that I picked out. There were a lot of sort of similar questions, so I try to kind of put them together or like answer some. But yeah, hopefully that was not too bad. I don't know what you guys want to see from me on this YouTube channel. I'm not too sure. Hope you guys enjoyed this very long overdue video, which I'm very sorry for. It is super long overdue. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.